Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For a radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also, just tuning in through iHeartRadio and Amazon Music, we're glad you all could join us as well. Well, I think for all of us, entertainment is not just an escape. It is something that we really do become connected to. We all have our favorite television shows and film, and thankfully, there's an expansive auction of entertainment memorabilia going on this week that you guys can be a part of, and it's being hosted by Propstore. And here to talk to us about it today, we're excited to welcome Jamie Jamitkowski to our broadcast. Jamie is the Senior Marketing Manager at Propstore. He's going to talk to us about some of the items that are available for the auction this week, and of course remind you guys where you can go for more information. I've already been on the site myself, Jamie, and being able to see some that I definitely made me smile. But thank you so much for the time today. Really appreciate it.
No, thank you so much for having me today. We're really excited about everything we have in our auction at Propstore. We have nearly 1,700 items from over 700 different films and shows. It's an absolutely incredible selection in our auction this year. We're very excited.
And, Jamie, there's such a wide variety. As I mentioned when I was prepping for this segment with you, I went to propstore.com. Our audience can do that as well. And whether you're a Gremlin fan, a Terminator fan, or, of course, a Star Trek fan, there's a little bit of something for everyone. What was it like for you to see the grand collection that you guys have this week for the auction?
It's funny you would say that. We talk about that all the time. We're at Propstore. When we get these incredible props or costumes into Propstore, it's amazing what hits different staff members or different team members differently. But we all have the ones that just kind of hit us, like right in the middle of the chest. You'll get in something from maybe your favorite childhood movie or something you used to watch with your family or a movie that you remember from a certain point of your life. And when you see it come in, it just hits you emotionally. And you realize it's like we quickly realize how much entertainment and how much these movies really are part of the fabric in our lives, and to see these items real and in front of you, it can sometimes be literally emotional.
Yeah, I believe that. So it's a very special week, of course, for those who want to be able to own some of these items for themselves. So, Jamie, I was curious when I was prepping for this, and I started following you on LinkedIn as part of my prep, and what I thought was so interesting is that this is work that you definitely seem to enjoy. What was it that led you to Propstore?
Well, I have a very diverse background. I'm actually originally from New England, but now I live in Los Angeles. And my background is I was a corporate trainer. I worked in hospitality for a lot of years. Then I took over a family business, which happened to be, it was a lingerie business. My mother is like the Mary Kay of a certain little segment of home lingerie parties. For about 20 years, I owned a professional wrestling company and a professional wrestling school up in New England. And so even now when I turn on Friday Night SmackDown, I see guys that I worked with and we trained. And when we moved to Los Angeles, I was just looking for something that could be as exciting and as interesting as lingerie and wrestling. And I think I landed in the perfect spot. Is, with Propstore, I just get to see these iconic and historic props just come to life in front of me. So that's what brought me to Propstore.
Yeah, and it's such a cool thing, Jamie, and I noticed that's one of the things that I recognized when I was prepping for this. Of course, your love of entertainment, but I think, too, to think about for our audience out there, again, there are so many things that we kind of have connections to kind of bring that nostalgia back for us, again, for Blade fans or something there. Marvel's a very big part of this auction as well this week, Jamie. What about for yourself? Were there any items that really stood out to you?
The one that jumped out at me is, and again, time of year is interesting with this, is I always remembered that every year on Easter weekend, I think it was ABC, would always play Charlton Heston's The Ten Commandments. Mm-hmm. And I feel like at some point that weekend, we always watched it because that movie's on for like 5 hours. And so we actually have the tablet from Charlton Heston's Ten Commandments. And we set up this amazing display in our office for people to come in and look ahead of time. And I have to say, that was one where I did snap a picture on my cell phone and send it to my dad. Because I was like, hey, Dad, check out what we have. Because I vividly remember us sitting on the couch watching that growing up. And again, like I said earlier, that was one that it hit me hard. It brought back memories. I'm like, this is so amazing that we get to have the 10 Commandments here.
Such a cool thing. And how important was it, Jamie, for Propstore to make this as easy for people to be able to browse, but also, of course, to be able to, as the actual auction is March 12th through 14th, to be able to place their bid? How important was it to make that as easy as possible?
We stand by our customer service and we stand by our customer interfaces. So Propstore.com is made for our customers. It's built for our customers. You can search by movie. You can search by celebrity. You can search by year. You can search by what you might be looking for. Like let's say you like animation. You can search for animation cells. You'd find an amazing Jessica Rabbit animation cell from Who Framed Roger Rabbit in this auction. And I do want to reinforce that day 3 of this auction, which is on Thursday, March 14th, that's what we call our no reserve day. So that's where we have a huge selection of, I think, over 600 items that day that are maybe at a little bit of a lower price point. So maybe for a new collector or somebody who's looking for a specific piece from a specific auction, a specific movie, or somebody's trying to build their collection. That's on day 3. But for all of it, the first step is go to Propstore.com, register, and that's going to give you access to the entire catalog, whether you choose to bid or not bid. But I'm pretty sure that once you register, everybody listening will find a little something they like in the auction and will at least want to take a shot at it.
Love that. And it's such a great thing. And I think, for us, a lot of times, Jamie, and I know you know this firsthand, it's so much more than just a television show and a movie. A lot of times it's a part of our experience in life and something that really has impacted us, which makes having these items even more special, I think, to be able to own them. So it's so great what you guys are doing. So, again, the website for our audience to be able to go to is Propstore.com, Propstore.com. We'll make sure that we link that up on our Facebook page for our radio audience and also for those tuning in on iHeart and Amazon Music. We'll link it up as well. Jamie, thank you so much for spending part of this week with us. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, glad to do it. And we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let's go make today amazing. Take care.